Thank you for your prayers. For 7 weeks now, we have been reading from the Gospel of Mark, and we've heard Jesus referred to as teacher. And today we see the teacher sitting at the treasury. And our topic today is National Honor Society. And I want to point out that anybody here been in the National Honor Society? Okay. Pam wants me to inform you that she was the first female president of the National Honor Society at Milford High School. That's the end of my homily. We read the readings as a staff on Tuesday mornings, so that we can reflect on this and get a sense of this. And the topic was National Honor Society. Pam said, I am. So I thought I would share that on TV. Should be careful next time. You know, to be in the National Honor Society, there are certain expectations that are needed in order. And it's not just that you have good marks. It's also that you understand the material that you've learned, and also that you want to make a difference in the community. You want to get out there and you want to do for others. And a good teacher notices those who are applying for the National Honor Society. And I work with teachers a great deal, especially right now we're preparing for the Martin Luther King program that's held with the schools and the churches in January. And it's interesting to listen to the teachers reflect on how they know whether a student is really honest about who they are. And they're concerned about the students and what they're doing. Are they just doing this to get into, for example, the National Honor Society? Or do they really want to make a difference in the world? A good teacher notices their students. A good teacher notices what they're doing and tries to push them in the right direction. When there's a change in attitude, a good teacher is going to notice that and sit down with the student and say, are you having difficulty? Is there some problem at home? Or what seems to be happening? You're not doing as well as you usually do, or you're not your enthusiastic self. Noticing is very important. And today, as we gather and listen to the Gospel of Mark, we recognize that Jesus, as the teacher, notices. He notices the scribes and Pharisees. He notices the rich people that are putting lots of money into the treasury. But then he sits down, and there's this widow who comes into the synagogue. And Jesus doesn't even speak to her. He doesn't praise her. He does something very important that every teacher needs to do. He notices her. He notices what she does. And he comments to his disciples about her. This gospel today is not about virtue. This gospel today is not at all about the generosity of this woman, this widow. This gospel is about Jesus noticing and taking note of who we are as his disciples. Remember, as disciples of Jesus, we're students, and Jesus is the teacher. And noticing this lady is a reminder to each one of us that he notices what kind of difference we make in the world, what it is that we're doing, what lies in our hearts, and that there are 3 important lessons that we can learn from this. And I'd like you to watch this YouTube clip that will help me put this in better perspective for you. Good luck, Larry. Is that going to happen? Oh, there's the button. Push that. Larry was on 2 weeks of vacation and it's not working?
Click it. Just click. Scroll, click.
Okay.
How you doing, man? Is it okay if you could spare that slice for me, please? Really? How you doing, man? Can I please have a slice? I'm very hungry.
Sorry about that. I can't have that.
Sorry for asking. Enjoy your slice, man. No, excuse me. Can I have a...
I'm hungry. You got 2 religions on it, man?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? We ate a lot of, slices. You want the rest? Alright, here you go, man. Alright, take care, buddy. Hello, how you doing? I'm really hungry and it's hard out there, man. You have an extra slice in there? Yeah? You sure? You wouldn't mind? Appreciate it, man. So hard out there. Yeah. I know how you feel, man. But I really thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get going. Thank you once again. I appreciate it so much. I wanna being so generous to me. I wanna give you a nice little tip, man. Thank you. God bless you, alright?
This gospel today is not about virtue. It's not about the generosity of a widow. But in this gospel, it's about noticing. It's about noticing the presence of Christ around us. It's about 3 truths that need to be planted in the depths of our hearts. The first truth is that we count. Each one of us is a disciple of Jesus Christ. Counts. We count. The second truth of this gospel is that what we do counts. What we do as disciples of Jesus Christ counts. And 3, probably the most important of all, Jesus notices. Amen.